I'm going to leave you with a couple of things here. With respect to impeachment, because you say, well, we can, we could impeach the judges. Out of the 31,500 state court judges in the United States from the history of the time that you've had state court judges, not one of them has ever been impeached. Now, 39 states elect judges. And those judges basically win because nobody runs against them. In California, if nobody registers to run against a judge automatically is put in. Many states have laws that say that the legislature can remove a judge. Judges have never been removed by the legislature. In the federal system, 17 judges have been impeached. 3 of them resigned before they were voted out by the Senate, and 14 have actually been voted out. Now, on federal judges who have accepted, shall we say, illegal payments, the most recent impeachment came with a judge in New Orleans who took illegal money from people that were in front of him. That's the same situation with federal judges that are sitting here who've taken money from L.A. County or some of the other counties. Nobody has gone after them, and chances are that these judges haven't even disclosed it during their hearings. Now, one of the things that you can do if you're in front of a federal judge is you can go in and you can get the federal judge's financial reports. If you go into the federal system to get it, it's going to take you a couple of weeks. If you go to Judicial Watch's website, these financial reports are published. So you can go in and you can find out. So if you're in front of a federal judge, you just go to Judicial Watch's website, you plug in the judge's name, and you'll find out the financial report of the federal judges. So that's where we are sitting at. This is your bad. Now, today's new world, social media, doesn't cost anything to do a lot of this stuff. So the days of putting in a lot of money are over, because you can take what I told you today, particularly these things about going to the Board of Supervisors on these 2 parts, get it out there in the social media, get your people together, go into that Board of Supervisors, no cost, no money involved. It's just pure activism to get it out on Facebook, get it out on the other social medias, get your people together, march them in there, and start doing it. The days when you have big money versus people coming versus getting bodies are basically over. Remember that one of the things that came out in this last election is that Obama won. Both of his elections by the use of social media. By the use of the social media to go in and get the vote out. That's come out lately as being one of the reasons that he won this last election, is one of the reasons that he won the other election. So why not us? Why are we sitting around and not using social media? I'm going to leave you with one thing. You're talking to the proudest father in the world. I'm not going to go into the 5 hours about how great my daughter is. But I am going to go into, my daughter has just become the managing editor of a group called Upworthy. Upworthy.com. It's the fastest growing website on the internet. It started a year ago. It now has over 1 million followers.
Say it again.
Upworthy.com. It was founded by the people that founded Facebook and the guy who founded the Onion magazine. Now, what Upworthy does is Upworthy takes stories that are out there and makes them go viral. And it does that by getting them out there and then tells people, don't talk about it on our site. In fact, you can't even talk about it on our site. You talk about it on social media. Brilliant. That is what you can do. You take these 2 things and you get out there and you talk about it on social media, you get your people together, you get into those boards of supervisors, and you start talking about the fact that the judges have gotten the illegal money, that the illegal money has to be stopped, and the judges have to be knocked out. Now there's one other thing as to really how did this all start. It turns out that Alan Paracchini said that there is an agreement between the judges and the Board of Supervisors. Because in Los Angeles, the Board of Supervisors' pay is connected to the compensation of the judges. So therefore, if the Board of Supervisors gives money to the judges, which is compensation, they raise their own salaries. So it was one hand feeding the other, screwing the public. So basically, the one resistance that you're going to get is that if the other counties have the same thing, that means that when they give the judges more money, they're raising their own salaries without telling the public. Now, in Los Angeles, the judges are getting $57,000 a year. Each. $25 million of L.A. County tax money, taxpayers' money, is being paid to the judges. Judges in California get $178,800 a year in base salary plus benefits. They are the highest paid state court judges in the United States. Now, with the $57,000, which is being paid out as part of 401k contributions, professional development allowances, and medical benefits, which are the same double benefits that the state is paying them, these judges are getting over $250,000 a year. The Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court only gets approximately $230,000 a year. So this little schmagegel, who is sitting in an LA Superior Court, who has a second-rate education, who is probably either a deputy district attorney or a deputy public defender, is making more money than the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court.
That's right.
That is what is happening. That is the tragedy that is occurring, and that is because of the bribes. Because remember, the money is a bribe, because it goes back to the legislature saying, criminal payment, retroactive immunity for the criminal payment. Now, who in the world has ever done this? I want you to think about this. South Africa under apartheid, they probably did it. Argentina under Perón, you probably did it. Chile, no, they probably did it. So under their dictator. Some of the African countries that are out there that have their dictators that are holding on, they're probably doing it. And California. We stand at the forefront of corruption. So, once again, I'm going to leave you with the saying of Margaret Mead of last night. Never doubt that a small group of educated, dedicated people can change the world. Indeed, that is the only way that it has happened. And I say to you, small group of educated, dedicated people, it is your opportunity and your honor. Go out and change the corruption of California from a corrupt state to an honest state with only 2 moves. Victory. Thank you very much.